Hi guys, it's Dr. Robinson. This is the June 10th, 2023 meeting of the Money Masters Investment Club. Not a lot to talk about today. There is one important thing we'll talk about here in just a bit, but other than that, just a total of two slides after this initial slide. So without further ado, let's kind of get to it. So first slide, dealing with our performance. Overall, I'm pretty pleased with what happened this week. I did have a bad day on Wednesday, so it did take some of our gains away. But Monday, Tuesday, and then Thursday, Friday, we had pretty good days. So without that, one day, that Wednesday, we would have had a really good week. But it is what it is. We got to take the good with the bad sometimes. But so our starting NAV on 6/3 was 27.11. Our ending NAV on 6/10, 27.39. So we gained 28 cents for the week. That's just a tad over 1% for the week. So overall, again, pretty pleased. And hopefully we can kind of continue this. I think even though the VIX has come down quite a bit, we're seeing the market pretty well. Our charts are doing really well. We do have a Fed meeting coming up this week. I'm not entirely sure how much volatility there'll be in the market this week. We'll have to wait and see. And certainly on Wednesday when the announcement comes out, because that's the 14th, when the announcement comes out, we probably don't see a lot of trading on that particular day. But hopefully Monday and Tuesday, the 2 days before the Fed meeting or before the announcement, because they actually meet on Tuesday and Wednesday, but they don't announce their results until Wednesday. So hopefully on Monday and Tuesday, we'll have pretty good days. Thursdays and Fridays after the meeting are usually pretty volatile. So I'm kind of hoping again that we'll see some good volatility this upcoming week, especially later in the week. But I'm hoping that we don't see a muted market on Monday and Tuesday as well. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. But we'll have to wait and see. With the VIX being where it's at, it's below 14. I kind of told you this last week. Last I looked at it on Friday, it was at 13.9. So this is the lowest it's been since 2019, before the COVID crisis. So at the end of the day, how much volatility we might see on Monday and Tuesday, I'm not entirely sure, but hopefully we'll kind of pick up. I do think the market has temporarily hit a high. We're starting to see some resistance here pile up on the market. So I'm not entirely sure how much higher it's going to go. It has gone. It did hit 430 last Friday. It did come down off of those. Once it hit that 430 mark on the spider, it did come down quite a bit. So whether there's any real resistance there or not, I think there is. But again, at the end of the day, what I think really doesn't matter, because it's all about what the market does as opposed to what people think about it. But we do expect a muted market a little bit this week because of the Fed. So having said that, I think we've kind of covered all the bases there. The only other slide I wanted to talk about real quick was, we have a live meeting next Friday evening. My plan is, I haven't settled it yet. I've got some slides I've got to prepare and stuff. So I've got a little bit of due diligence to do. But it's unusual. This is a corporate meeting. It's not about performance. It's not about teaching any concepts or anything. It's a corporate meeting, so we've got to talk about some things that have happened. They involve FINRA, which is the regulatory authority dealing with investment advisors and all that sort of thing. So we've got some things to talk about. So we're going to have a meeting where we discuss it, where I'll lay out what's happened and what's going on. It's nothing bad, by the way. So I don't want anyone to get fearful thinking that we've done something wrong. We haven't. It's nothing bad. It's not necessarily a good thing, depending on how you look at it. It could generate some additional revenue to the company. But there's some, of course, whenever there's a good thing, there's always going to be some cons to it. So we'll talk about the pros and cons. And there's two different ways that we can handle what FINRA has ordered. So we'll talk about those two things as the week goes on, or in this meeting. But I do want to prepare you for this. It's really important that everybody show, and if you can't, and I understand if I do a meeting on 6 o'clock on a Friday. First of all, it kind of sucks you do it on a Friday, but I do have some people who are absolutely unavailable on Saturdays and stuff for religious observances and things. So I wanted to do it on Friday. For my Jewish friends, I know that kind of comes up on Shabbat, but we'll try to get that before the first star comes out, because it won't be a long meeting or anything. So if you are Jewish, I think we can get this done before you celebrate Shabbat. But just a couple of things to talk about. If you can't, and I understand if you can't attend the meeting, I'll send an email out to everybody letting you know what's happened or what's going on and the two different options to deal with what's going on. And again, I want to make it clear, this is nothing bad. It's just we have a chance to do some things. Something I've tried to avoid in the past, but can't avoid it anymore because of the way we're trading and stuff. But in any event, we'll talk about that more in detail on Friday. But again, if you can't make the meeting on Friday, I will send an email out to you to kind of get you up to speed with what's going on. And then we'll probably have a vote. I'll give everybody a couple of weeks to digest the information so that we can kind of make decisions about what to do and how to go forward. And then we'll have a vote, let's say 2 weeks later or something. So having said that, that's about all I've got for the week, guys. So again, I kind of feel like I make it sound like this is a bad thing that's happened. It's not, but we do have some decisions to make about a couple of things. So having said that, enjoy your week. We'll see you next Friday at the meeting. It'll be 6 o'clock. I will send out a Zoom request to everybody. So you should expect to see something in your email in the next few days. And I'll probably send a couple out because it is really an important meeting. And I really do want to see everybody there as much as possible. So having said that, enjoy your week, guys, and we'll see you on Friday.